Céad Míle Fáilte. Welcome to Treasure Tales of Ireland, a place where you can come and listen to the many myths, legends, and folk tales and fairy tales of the Emerald Isle, helping to keep the stories of the past alive. My name is MyLinda Butterworth, and I will be your teller of tales. I hope you will join me each week for new stories. If you enjoy my work, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Additionally, be sure to explore my other story collections for more tales. Before we begin, please note that if you are using the closed caption feature of this video, many Irish names may not sound the way they appear, and we've made every effort to pronounce them correctly. Now, let's get started. Today, we continue with the Book of the Fianna, with the story of the best men of the Fianna, Part 5 of 5, Episode 28. And while Oisin was in his youth, young Finn had other good men along with him, and the best of them was Goll, son of Morna, and Caoilte, son of Ronan, and Lugaidh's son. As to Goll, that was of Connacht. He was very tall and light-haired, and some say he was the strongest of all the Fianna. Finn made a poem in praise of him one time when some stranger was asking what sort he was, saying how hardy he was and brave in battle and as strong as a hound or as the waves, and with all that so kind and so gentle and open-handed and sweet-voiced and faithful to his friends. And the chessboard he had was called the Lugaidh, the shining thing. And some of the chessmen were made of gold, and some of them of silver, and each of them was as big as the fist of the biggest man of the Fianna. And after the death of Goll, it was buried in Slieve Buan. And as to Caoilte, that was a grey, thin man. He was the best runner of them all, and he did a good many great deeds. A big man of the Fomor, he killed one time, and he killed a 5-headed giant in a wheeling door. And another time, he made an end of an enchanted boar that no one else could get near. And he killed a grey stag that had got away from the Fianna through 27 years. And another time, he brought Finn out of Tiaur, where he was kept by force by the High King, because of some rebellion that the Fianna had stirred up. And Caoilte heard Finn had been brought away to Tiaur. He went out to avenge him. And the first he killed was Caoilte, the king of Leinster, that had a great name. And he brought his head up to the hill that is above Boar. And after that, he made a great rout through Ireland, bringing sorrow into every house for the sake of Finn, killing a man in every place and killing the calves with the cows. And every door the red wind from the east blew on, it would throw it open and go in and destroy all before him, setting fire to the fields and giving the wife of one man to another. And when he came to Tiaur, he came to the palace, and took the clothes off the doorkeeper, and he left his own sword that was worn thin in the king's sheath, and took the king's sword that had great power in it. And he went into the palace, then in the disguise of a servant, to see how he could best free Finn. And when the evening came, Caoilte held the candle at the king's feast in the great hall. And after a while the king said, "You will wonder at what I will tell you, Finn, that the 2 eyes of Caoilte are in my candlestick." "Do not say that," said Finn, "and do not put reproach on my people, although I myself am your prisoner. For as to Caoilte," he said, "that is not the way with him, for it is a high mind he has, and he only does high deeds, and he would not stand serving with a candle for all the gold in all the world." After that, Caoilte was serving the king of Ireland with drink, and when he was standing beside him, he gave him a high, sorrowful lament. "There is a smell of Caoilte's skin on that lament," said the king. And when Caoilte saw he knew him, he spoke out and he said, "Tell me what way I can get freedom for my master." "There is no way to get freedom for him but by doing one thing," said the king, "and that is a thing you can never do. If you can bring me together a couple of all the wild creatures of Ireland," he said, "I will give up your master to you then." When Caoilte heard him say that, he made no delay, but he set out from Tiawer and went through the whole of Ireland to do that work for the sake of Finn. It is with the flocks of birds he began, though they were scattered in every part, and from them he went on to the beasts. And he gathered together 2 of every sort, 2 ravens from Fianna, 2 wild ducks from Loch na Sheelan, 2 foxes from Slieve Coolan, 2 wild oxen from Burren Vuian, 2 swans from Blue Doron, 2 owls from the wood of Farandrim, 2 polecats from the branchy wood on the side of Drimnarian, the ridge of the Victories, 2 gulls from the strand of Loch Leith, 4 woodpeckers from White Broshna, 2 plovers from Carrig Yayan, 2 thrushes from Leith Lomard, 2 wrens from Den Iba, 2 herons from Corin Cleave, 2 eagles from Carrig of the Stones, 2 hawks from Fi Kirach, 2 sows from Loch Megya, 2 water hens from Loch Ern, 2 moorhens from Monach Ma, 2 sparrowhawks from Dove Loch, 2 stone chats from Moy Cullen, 2 tomtits from Moy Talon, 2 swallows from Sean Avla, 2 cormorants from Ath Clea, 2 wolves from Brett Cleana, 2 blackbirds from the strand of the 2 women, 2 roebucks from Lugaidh Era, 2 pigeons from Keschúal, 2 nightingales from Litar Rua, 2 starlings from green-sided Tiawer, 2 rabbits from She Doff Dawn, 2 wild pigs from Clúi Chuel, 2 cuckoos from Drumdov, 2 lapwings from Lonana Furrock, 2 woodcocks from Criu Rua, 2 hawks from the bright mountains, 2 grey mice from Lumna, 2 otters from the Bowen, 2 larks from the great bog, 2 bats from the cave of the nuts, 2 badgers from the province of Ulster, 2 landrail from the banks of Shannon, 2 wagtails from Port Lorga, 2 curlews from the harbour of Galiv, 2 hares from Moit Hempna, 2 deer from She Buia, 2 peacocks from Moy Mal, 2 cormorants from Athclea, 2 eels from Duth Duer, 2 goldfinches from Slivna Noyon, 2 birds of slaughter from Moy Boalig, 2 bright swallows from Granard, 2 redbreasts from the great wood, 2 rock cod from Kala Hege, 2 sea pigs from the great sea, 2 wrens from Miush Ankul, 2 salmon from Askak Morna, 2 clean deer from Glawen Nushmul, 2 cows from Moy Moor, 2 cats from the cave of Cruachan, 2 sheep from the bright She Givlon, 2 pigs of the son of Lear, a ram and a crimson sheep from Inish. And along with all these he brought 10 hounds of the Fianna, and a horse and a mare of the beautiful horses of Manannán. And when Caoilte had gathered all these, he brought them to one place. But when he tried to keep them together, they scattered here and there from him, and the raven went away southward. That vexed him greatly, but he overlooked it again. In Glan de Vaughan, beside Loch Lurach, and then his wild duck went away from him, and it was not easy to get it again. But he followed it through every stream to Grey Achul, till he took it by the neck and brought it back, and it no way willing. And indeed, through the length of his life, Caoilte remembered well all he went through that time with the birds, big and little, travelling over hills and ditches, and striving to bring them with him that he might set Finn, his master, free. When he came to tea hour, he had more to go through yet, for the king would not let him bring them in before morning, but gave him a house having 9 doors in it, and he put them up for the night. And no sooner were they put in than they raised a loud screech altogether, for a little ray of light was coming to them through the 50 openings, and they were trying to make their escape. And if they were not easy in the house, Caoilte was not easy outside it, watching every door till the rising of the sun on the morrow. And when he brought out his troop, the name the people gave him was Caoilte's rabble, and there was no wonder at all in that. But all the profit of the King of Ireland got from them was to see them together for that one time. For no sooner did Finn get his freedom than the whole of them scattered here and there, and no 2 of them went by the same road out of Tiawer. And that was one of the best things Caoilte, son of Ronan, ever did. And another time, he ran from the wave of Clina in the south to the wave of Ruri in the north. And Colna, his son, was a very good runner too. And one time he ran a race backwards against the 3 battalions of the Fianna for a chessboard, and he won the race. But if he did, he went backward over Bain a Tor into the sea. And very good hearing Caoilte had. One time he heard the king of Lugaidh of Connacht at his hunting, and Blamic that was with him say, "What is that hunt, Caoilte?" "A hunt of 3 packs of hounds," he said, "and 3 sorts of wild creatures before them. The first hunt," he said, "is after stags and large deer, and the second hunt is a heavy boar." "And what is the 4th hunt, Caoilte?" said Blamic. "It is the hunting of heavy-sided, low-belly badgers." And then they heard coming after the hunt the shouts of the lads, and of the readiness of the men and the serving men that were best all carrying burdens. And Blamic went out to see the hunting, and just as Caoilte had told him, that was the way it was. And he understood the use of herbs. And one time he met with 2 women that were very downhearted because their husbands had gone from them to take other wives, and Caoilte gave them druid herbs, and they put them in the water of a bath and washed in it, and the love of their husbands came back to them, and they sent away the new wives they had taken. And as to Louis's son, that was of Finn's blood, and another of the best men of the Fianna. He was put into Finn's arms as a child, and he was reared up by Dobon's daughter, that had reared 800 fighting men of the Fianna, till his 12th year. And then she gave him all he wanted of arms and of armour, and he went to Horig Conlon, and the mountains of Slieve Bloma, where Finn and the Fianna were at the time. And Finn gave him a very gentle welcome, and he struck his hand in Finn's hand, and made his agreement of service with him. And he stopped through the length of the year with the Fianna, but he was somewise sluggish through all that time, so that under his leading not more than 9 of the Fianna got to kill so much as a boar or a deer, and along with that he used to beat both his servants and his hounds. And at last the 3 battalions of the Fianna went to where Finn was, at the point of the Fianna on the edge of Loch Lean, and they made their complaint against Louis's son. It is what they said. Make your choice now. Will you have us with you, or will you have Louis's son by himself?" Then Louis's son came to Finn, and Finn asked him, "What has put the whole of the Fianna against you?" "By my word," said the lad, "I do not know the reason, unless it might be they do not like me to be doing my feats and casting my spears among them." Then Finn gave him an advice, and it was what he said. "If you have a mind to be a good champion, be quiet in a great man's house. Be surly in the narrow pass. Do not beat your hound without a cause. Do not bring a charge against your wife without having a knowledge of her guilt. Do not hurt a fool in fighting, for he is without his wits. Do not find fault with high-up persons. Do not stand up and take part in a quarrel. Have no dealings with a bad man or a foolish man. Let 2/3 of your gentleness be showed to women and to little children that are creeping on the floor, and to men of learning that make the poems, and do not be rough with the common people. Do not give your reverence to all. Do not be ready to have one bed with your companions. Do not threaten or speak big words, for it is a shameful thing to speak stiffly unless you can carry it out afterwards. Do not forsake your Lord so long as you live. Do not give up any man that puts himself under your protection for all the treasures of the world. Do not speak against others to their Lord. That is not work for a good man. Do not be a bearer of lying stories, or a tale-bearer that is always chattering. Do not be talking too much. Do not find fault hastily, however brave you may be. Do not raise factions against you. Do not be going to drinking houses or finding fault with old men. Do not meddle with low people. This is right conduct, I am telling you. Do not refuse to share your meat. Do not have a niggard for your friend. Do not force yourself on a great man, or give him occasion to speak against you. Hold fast to your arms till the hard fight is well ended, and do not give up your opportunity, but with that follow after gentleness." That was good advice Finn gave, and he was well able to do that. For it was said of him that he had all the wisdom of a little child that is busy about the house, and the mother herself not understanding what he is doing, and that is the time she has most pride in him. And as to Louis's son, that advice stayed always with him, and he changed his ways. And after a while, he got a great name among the poets of Ireland and of Alban, and whenever they would praise Finn in their poems, they would praise him as well. And Aoife, daughter of King of Lochlan, that was married to Mal, son of Aiel, King of Alban, heard the great praises the poets were giving to Louis's son, and she set her love on him for the sake of those stories. One day Mal, her husband, and his young men went hunting to Slieve Mormonai in the north of Alban, and when he was gone, Aoife made a plan in her sunny house where she was going to go over to Ireland himself and her 9 foster sisters. And they set out, and they went over the mains of the sea till they came to Bain Aether, and there they landed. And it chanced on that day there was a hunting going on from Slieve Bloma to Bain Ator, and Finn was in his hunting seat, and his fosterling, brown-haired Devroon, beside him. And the little lad was looking about on every side, and he saw a ship coming to the strand, and a queen with modest looks in the ship, and 9 women along with her. They landed then, and they came up to where Finn was bringing every sort of present with him. And Aoife sat down beside him, and Finn asked news of her, and she told him the whole story, and how she had given her love to Louis's son, and was come over the sea looking for him, and Finn made her welcome. And when the hunting was over, the chief men of the Fianna came back to where Finn was, and everyone asked who was the queen that was with him. And Finn told them her name, and what it was brought her to Ireland. "We welcome her that made the journey," said they all, "for there is not in Ireland in all but a better man than the man she has come looking for, unless Finn himself." And as to Louis's son, it was on the far side of Blevbladma he was hunting that day, and he was the last to come in. And he went into Finn's tent, and when he saw the woman beside him, he questioned Finn the same as the others had done, and Finn told him the whole story. "And it is you she is come," he said, "and here she is to you out of my hand, and all the war and the battle she brings with her. But it will not fall heavier on you," he said, "than on the rest of the Fianna." And she was with Louis's son a month and a year without being asked for. But one day the 3 battalions of the Fianna were on the hill of the poet in Leinster, and they saw 3 armed battalions equal to themselves coming against them, and they asked who was bringing them. "It is Mal, son of Aiel, is bringing them," said Finn, "to avenge his wife on the Fianna, and it is a good time they are come," he said, "when we are gathered together at the one spot." And then the 2 armies went towards one another, and Mal, son of Aiel, took hold of his arms, and 3 times he broke through the Fianna, and every time 100 fell by him. And in the middle of the battle, he and Louis's son met, and they fought against one another with spear and sword, and whether the fight was short or long, it was Mal fell by Louis's son at the last. And Eva stood on a hill nearby as long as the battle lasted, and from that out she belonged to Louis's son, and was a mother of children to him. And here is where I end my tale for today. But I'll be back with more tales, many more tales. Until then, my friends, enjoy the journey. Slán go fóill. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up and comment. It truly helps us.